Hi, everybody. It is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. Let's talk. Just say hello. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how the weather is so that I know that you can hear me. But come on in, and what we're going to talk about is eBay search, because that's always the big topic, always what everybody wants to talk about, which is, Kathy, how do I get my items seen on eBay? And isn't that a great question? Because that really is the ultimate. You can have great items. You can be sourcing great inventory. You can be doing great research and go, you know what, this should really sell. I see that it's selling. And you can be offering it on eBay. But if you are not writing listings in a way that they are going to get found by eBay search and by Google search, it's for nothing, because it can look great, but it is not getting found. And it can be so frustrating. Hi, Pam. How are you? Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. So, Pam, I know you deal with this. I deal with it too. We all deal with it. You know, you list a great item and you go, what happened? It's not getting found. So that's why it's always good to go back to basics, and always good to stay on top of what is relevant now in eBay search, because it does change, and it has changed. What worked, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, even a year ago, can be very, very different from what is working now. And this is why. It's not that eBay is trying to get us or anything like that, but search is fluid and search is changing. If you're not aware of it, at eBay's 20th birthday party, which was eBay 20, which was 3 years ago, if I remember correctly, Devin Winnick gave a very good overview of what is going on with eBay. And it's when he spoke to structured data and the structured data initiative that was going to be happening on eBay, and how things were going to be changing as far as search, and how eBay was going to be taking data from listings and structuring that on the platform to make it easier for shoppers to find our items. Because what you've got to think about, hey, Peggy, how are you? Good to see you. What you've got to think about, hi, Jill, good to see everybody. How are you? Think about this. There's billions of items on eBay. Billions. And to structure it in a way so that when a shopper comes on, because that's what it's all about. We want the shoppers to be able to find things. We want the shoppers to be happy. We want the shoppers to easily navigate eBay, easily find what they want, check out, yay, shopping with us, and move on. Or perhaps come back and shop some more, put some more things in that shopping cart. So to do that, eBay started the Structured Data Initiative about 3 years ago. And what it is that we start formatting our listings in a way that the eBay search engines can organize us easier. It helps the shoppers. It helps eBay to know exactly what the item is. You have to realize it's not a person, right? They're not sitting there holding the pen or holding the book and going, oh, this is what Kathy's selling. They only know by the information that we give them. And eBay has such a huge assortment of items. You've got the highly collectibles, you've got the art, you've got fashion of all kinds, collectibles, all kinds, home and garden, all kinds. You've got currency being sold. You have cars being sold. You've got auto parts being sold. eBay's selling everything. And that's what's so great. If you need something, you jump on eBay. So, for sellers, and comment mine, M-I-N-E, and I'm going to send you some great search tips. So the thing is that when we are going to do our listings, gone is the day of just snap a couple of pictures, throw the listing up, type, here's a red shirt, and it sells. It's much more competitive than that, and it's much more scientific than that now. So we've got to really pay attention in order for our items to get seen, and in order for our items to get found by search. And I've actually discovered a couple of things. I want to share it with you because they are particularly useful for smaller sellers. And just for you to know, and this is, I found this out just from doing some work lobbying with eBay government relations. I got to go to Washington last year, and we were lobbying about some different political things to help sellers, is that according to the government, the Small Business Administration, You're a small business if you're under, if I remember correctly, under $5 million. So I think we all qualify in that category. So for smaller sellers, is that there's things that we can do. There's a nimbleness that we have in our selling that larger sellers don't have, just because of the way they import their data onto eBay, because of the way they're doing their shipping on eBay, just because of a lot of things that they're doing on eBay. It's wonderful that they're doing that. It's wonderful that they do the sales volume, but because they are so large, they don't have the nimbleness that smaller sellers do. Yay, so we can take that to our advantage and use it to drive sales for our items. And this is what I wanted to bring up for you. Get your pens ready. Is guaranteed delivery. Now, and I'm doing this video, this is March of 2018. It is in beta, which means not everybody has it. But in the Spring Seller Update that was released just a few weeks back, they did mention it's going to be rolling out to pretty much everyone in the next couple of months and through the summer. So what you want to do is, if you are not in guaranteed delivery, you want to get ready for guaranteed delivery. Guaranteed delivery is very, very, very good, and it costs you nothing. No cost to you, and it brings you more shoppers. And this is how it works. And just comment mine, M-I-N-E, and I'm going to send you some search tips right through Facebook Messenger. Is that you list your item, you list how you're going to be shipping, and then you're going to want to do same or 1 business day handling time. You do want to do immediate payment. Okay, now I know for some sellers that doesn't work because of the items that you're selling, but any items that you can do immediate payment, you want to do immediate payment. And the way it works is, so the shopper is looking at the item. Let's go back to my pen. And depending on the shipping service I'm offering, and this is lightweight, so I would be offering first class, and perhaps I would be doing free shipping first class because it's not that heavy. And I'm in New York City. So let's say a shopper in New Jersey, which is very close by, sees the item. It's going to show to them, and it'll say, if I'm enrolling guaranteed delivery, it will say underneath the item in green. I mean, it really sticks out. And if you're not sure of what I'm talking about, go on eBay and start shopping and look, because you'll see it. It's in green. It says guaranteed delivery, and it gives a date. Okay. So if I'm in New Jersey, if my shopper's in New Jersey, I'm in New York, it's going to be pretty quick because it's just a neighboring state. As opposed to California, it's going to be longer. It says guaranteed delivery, and it has a date because my item is listed. It has immediate payment required, and I have same or 1 business day handling, and I am opted into the guaranteed delivery program. That date that eBay is showing my shopper, eBay is guaranteeing if I ship the item within my stated handling time, so that's my commitment, they will receive the item by that date. If they don't, what eBay does is they give them a voucher. There's ways that they make it up to them. But eBay is paying for that. I am not, and you are not. eBay is doing that. They're saying, you buy this pen from Kathy, and we are guaranteeing you're going to get it by this date. Okay? So what you're going to see is, as this rolls out, and this is going to be similar for those of us that were in the beta for promoted listings, the paid search, we saw, you know, it was wonderful when it was a beta because there weren't a lot of people in it. So we were like reaping the benefits. And then when it rolled out, it changed. And I'm sure the same thing's going to happen with guaranteed delivery. But not everybody does same or 1 business day handling, and not everybody does immediate payment required. And you do need to do both. Now, you can do best offer, because I do best offer on some items. That's fine. But they have to pay full price because it triggers the immediate payment required. There's an algorithm. They're figuring out payment, handling time, distance. And they're not able to do that with best offer because, you know, this is they can accept the best offer and then take 2 or 3 days to pay. So that's why if you get into a best offer back and forth, it will immediately pull the item out of guaranteed delivery. eBay will not guarantee a delivery date, but you get a sale. So it's like, yay. This is it though for guaranteed delivery. So let's say you have everything immediate payment required. Let's say you do everything same or one business day handling. So you're going, Kathy, this is gold. I definitely want to be in guaranteed delivery when it's offered to me. Good for you. And you'll be notified. eBay will send you an email. You'll go, yay, you opt in. Is offer more than one shipping choice. And this is why. If you go on your phone, here's my phone. My iPad, for some reason, is acting up tonight. So you go on your phone, search. In fact, I'm going to do it. So you go on eBay. This is why it's good to have phones. You can do this on your computer too, but it's good to look at it on the phone because that way you see what the mobile shoppers are going through. So you're on eBay and you are shopping. And on the phone, I don't know if you can see this. It says guaranteed delivery right up at the top. Oh, there's so much. Anyway, so you'll do it on your phone. And you tap it. There's 4 choices. Let me see if I can do this. Can you see? No, yes. There's so much. Up there. Here we go. Yes, you can. See? 1, 2, 3, 4 days choice. Okay? That means that you can do more than one shipping option. Why do I want to do that? Because I'll show under more than one filter. So I'll offer first class, I'll offer priority, I'll offer express, or I'll offer medium mail, first class, priority. They're paid upgrades. You're not giving anything away. You're not paying for the priority. The customer's paying for the priority if they want it. You're giving them a choice, just like in brick and mortars. I mean, I know here in New York City, if you go to checkout and if you want to ship the item, there's a variety of shipping choices that you're given. How quickly do you want to ship it? You do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. And then the shopper chooses which way they want to ship. Well, guess what? Your retail, you're offering them choices. For this price, free, you get first class. For this price, priority, blah, 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 blah. Now, what I do for my paid upgrades is I do it on a calculator. That way, eBay does the math. Also, if there is a change in postal rates, I don't have to go through and change all my listings. It's done automatically. So that's what I do. You do what's best for you. But what I'm saying is, and comment mine, M-I-N-E, and then you're going to get some great search tips, is offer more than one shipping choice. Let them pay for the upgrade. The reason you're doing this is you're going to show in more filters for guaranteed delivery, okay? And it is a way for us smaller sellers, under 3 million, thank you very much, under 5 million, whatever the threshold is, I got to look it up, to stand out. Because a lot of larger sellers don't offer it, or they may just offer 1 or 2. You can offer 3, but a lot of them don't offer it. If they're using fulfillment centers like an FBA or other warehouses, they may only have 1 shipping choice. You have more than 1 shipping choice. A lot of sellers get confused about the shipping choices, or they don't take the time to do it. And it does take a little bit of time. It's not that much time. You can do it as you're listing. Just as you list, add priority, add express. What I keep in the house, first of all, and again, printing the shipping, it's just the weight and the dimension, and then you just print out an express label. You hand it off to your mail person, or you run it up to the post office just like you do anything else. It goes out just like anything else. It's just on the postage, it'll say express. In case you don't know, these are like my favorite things, besides the padded flat rate priority mail envelope that a lot of us use and love. Also on the USPS website, there is Priority Mail Express padded flat rate envelopes. I love these. And I keep both in the house, okay? So offer more than 1 shipping choice. Why? One is it gives them choice. Why not give people choice? It's not just at the Christmas time that people can get in a rush about shipping. It's birthday, it's anniversary, it's a child's lost toy, child's lost anything. You know, the parent, like, they want it right away. This is the child's favorite toy. Oh my gosh, I've got a formal party. I need a really stunning bracelet. I do not have time to go to the store. I jump on eBay, wonderful seller, express mail. And by the way, too, in these filters, I can sort by a seller that's close by. So within 1 or 2 states, so I know I'm going to get it quickly. Yay! You just got a sale because you offered a shipping upgrade. And even if it's only 1 sale a month or 2 sales a month, I'll take that. Give you extra sales a month times 12. That's 24 extra sales I got. I'm totally for that. And it costs you nothing. And it's a way to show up in more filters. And then another thing, and I got this from Greg, who's one of the gentlemen on the Guaranteed Delivery Program, because I met him at the Ecom Chicago conference. It was last October when I was presenting there. And he said also what can happen is a customer will come in. So let's say they think they want it in 1 day. Oh, I've got to have it in 1 day. So they'll filter by 1 day, and not a lot of sellers offer the express mail. They just don't. A lot offer priority, a lot offer first, not a lot offers express. So they'll sort by the 1, they'll see your listing, and they'll see the cost, and they'll go, So then they do the priority, or then they do the first. And that express offering got them on your listing. And you stood out in search because you offered that service, and not a lot of sellers did. It's a great way to stand out in search. So offer more than 1 shipping. And then the other thing I want to point out to you, also related to filters, because more and more this is what's going on in search. So yes, a lot of things in our description matter, and a lot of things in our title and everything matters. But the item specifics are crucial. And it's because it is not subjective data. The way it was explained is you can get a little creative sometimes with our listings, right? But with an item specific, it is the UPC, it is the MPN, it is the color, it is the year it was released, it is the dimension, blah, 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 depending on what you're selling. It is the brand. It is short sleeve, it is long sleeve, it is striped, it is polka dot, it is subjective information. And I'm bringing this up, and again, if you haven't done this, do it on your computer and do it on your phone and do it on your tablet, is search for something that is a category that you sell and then look at it. Now on my phone, whoops, all of a sudden somebody I got a question from a customer. So on my phone, then you tap filter, and the filters that come up, I'm looking at a blue shirt, woman's shirt. Guaranteed delivery is the top filter. So what does that tell me? eBay is emphasizing guaranteed delivery. So I want to get in that program. So as soon as you can, you get in it. Buying format. So that's going to be auction or fixed price. Condition. Very important. So the condition note, I'm going to note it no matter what it is. New, used, whatever they were offering me. Refurbished. Price. Shipping. And then I tap shipping. Free shipping, expedited shipping. So that's interesting. Lets me know if I'm free shipping, I've got another filter there I can show up in. This is a good thing if free shipping works for me. Item location, good. Like the woman who wants the stunning bracelet, the dress, the kid's toy, and I want it from somebody close by because I need it right away. Returns accepted. I want to know what your return policy is. Completed items, I'm a seller doing research or a very savvy shopper who wants to get a rough idea of what things go for. Deals and saving, search and description, and then benefits charity. Okay? And then I can do all that. And then I can sort lowest price and shipping, highest price and shipping. I don't know who would do that. Ending soonest, newest listed. Great. And that's on the phone. I'm trying to see what other filters we have. Shows less. That's it. Now on the computer, there's a lot more filters. Okay, you can sort by color. On clothing, I know there's necklines, there's sleeves, there's size. You can go sometimes by no, excuse me, not by brand, not on the left filters. The left filters are going to be size, color. Size, color, print. You're going to get brand. with like if you're in automotive, it's going to be by cars, so that kind of thing. Look at what all the left-hand side filters on the computer are for categories that you list in a lot. Because a lot of times when we're listing, we're in the listing format. So we're doing the titles, the condition notes, we're down to item specifics. We don't realize how it's displayed unless we shop in that category. And we may not shop in that category because it may not be something that I'm buying all the time for myself or for my family. So go on like a shopper and look at those filters. Some of them are extremely extensive. I mean, there's 10, 15 things on the left-hand side. Those are your item specifics. The more I fill out, the more filters I'm going to show up in. And I wanted to bring up something because I've had this confirmed by several staff members. One big mistake that sellers make is they get creative with colors, okay? And if it is an interesting color, it is blood red, it is crimson red, it is Christmas red, whatever it is, that's fine. Put it in your title and put it in your description. Don't do it in the drop downs for colors. When you see a drop down menu in item specifics, eBay is saying use this. Blue is blue, white is white, black is black. It's not off black, it is black. Okay. Now, if you then want to say it's off black, it's a deep black, it's a light gray, it's a steel gray. If you want to say royal blue, navy blue, title, description. And I was actually talking with some seller friends, and they said, well, what about things like aqua? Because sometimes it can be a little more green, it can be a little more blue, teal can be green, teal can be blue. Excellent. So in the title, teal, green, blue. In the description, teal, green, blue, and then pick one for the drop down. Look at it. Stick it under a daylight lamp. That's what I do. I've got daylight lamps. They're not a lot of money. I mean, they're every drugstore. A daylight lamp, so it looks like daylight because you don't always have daylight. And put the item under the light, right? I'm married. I'm always grabbing my husband. I'm like, honey, what color would you say this is? You know, because he's great, because I figure he's pretty objective. And he'll look at it. He'll go blue, green. I'm like, okay, great. But I will put both. So in the title, I'll put blue, green, you know, orange, red, whatever you want to do. Put both. Title, description, the drop down, pick one. If you want to do custom color, you can add that. In the drop down, pick one. I know some brands, for instance, nail polish does this a lot, but there's big brands that do it. They have names for their colors. So it'll be, you know, Marseille red, New York blue, or something like that. That's fine. Title, description, and if you want to add it as a custom, but for the drop down, it's blue. It's red. It's not New York blue, because that's your structured data. eBay's pulling that and it's using it for those left filters. If you do not pick blue or red or pink or whatever it is, you won't show up because the system doesn't know what your item is because you haven't told it. So use what they're giving you. It's another way to stand out and search. Okay. So again, put it in the title, and it's good to put it in the title. It's an orange red or whatever you want to say about it. Same thing in the description, but in those item specifics, when there's drop down menus, there is for women's clothing necklines. It's V-neck, it's classic neckline, it's one shoulder. Use the drop down menu. If the neckline is really something that is not in the drop down menu, it's like, that's not anything that they're telling me, then yes, then you would add whatever it is, S neckline, and then write it in, you know, as a custom. That's good. You don't want to pick something that is not true. So I don't want to say it's a cowl neckline when it's not. I don't want to say it's a V neckline when it's not, because it's going to show up in that filter and it's not. And then also you're setting yourself up for an item significantly not as described, or an item not as described, and you don't want to do that. So 2 great ways to stand out and search. Offer more than one shipping item. This is going to really get you set up beautifully for the guaranteed delivery program. And again, it's another way to stand out and search because people do sort by those filters. And you don't need to be in the guaranteed delivery program to be showing up in shipping filters, but there are special guaranteed delivery filters. There's a toggle, a 3-day toggle, and you want to be able to show up in that. And then there is a guaranteed delivery tab. You do have to be in the guaranteed delivery program to show up in that tab. But as it rolls out, more and more sellers are going to be in there. But what you want to be in is under as many, let me go back to my phone. You want to be under as many filter, guaranteed delivery. You want to be, there's 4 choices. You want to be under as many choices as you possibly can because it's another way to get shoppers to your items. And again, don't worry, because again, they'll land on it. They'll look at the price for one day and they'll go, I don't need it in one day. 3 days is fine. Save myself $20 and you got the sale because you're offering the express. And then with the item specifics, sometimes they really are, you're like going, what on earth is this? If you really don't know, that's fine. Just skip it. If it really, you're going, this really has nothing to do with my item, skip it. But if it's a drop down, if you can see some way that it applies to your item, you do want to do it. Sometimes it will talk about embellishments, sequins or this or that. If you've got them, put it in. It'll say it has a zipper. You've got a zipper, use the drop down menu. But only if it has, what they're saying, okay? Because that's going to help you show up in those filters. And those are my ideas for you. Because again, a lot of these big sellers, when they do these import tools that they use to bring listings in, it doesn't always pick up all those item specifics. So it's a great way for you to stand out, okay? So hang on, so let me just see what everybody's saying. Pam is saying, when I write a title and then eBay recommends fill-ins for item specifics, if the recommendation is off, for example, brand is there, but they pick a different word for the brand, doesn't that indicate a problem with my title? Pam, honestly, I would have to look at it to know. So are you talking about when they do the growth improvement under the growth tab? Are you talking about that they're making recommendations for your title as your listing? It sounds like that you're looking under the growth tab. For people that don't know, so in Seller Hub, there is a growth tab. And eBay will make recommendations to you to help your listings. Sometimes they're applicable and sometimes just aren't because they are bot generated. But if your items are showing up under that growth tab, what it means is eBay saying, take a look at this because there's more that you could be doing to help this listing. So then go through it and go, could I do better on my pictures? Just go through all the parts of the listing or maybe get a seller friend to take a look at it. But when you're listing, I haven't run into that where all of a sudden it's, doing things. It will show me suggestions on price. That is part of the listing flow now. And definitely you want to take a look at that. Hang on a second. Putting together listing, the autofill fill-ins for color, size, etc. Yes, and the way they're doing that is they're pulling it from the title. So if you have typed something in the title and then it will show autofills, yes, I know what you're talking about. When they're applicable, yes. Every now and then it is not. And I'm trying to think of a for instance because this happened to me recently and what the autofill, it was a DVD and in the title of the DVD was the word beginner. The DVD was a beginning, intermediate, advanced DVD. So then when I got down to item specifics, eBay was suggesting that I put the word beginner into the item specifics, which would be wrong because for this DVD, it's beginning, intermediate, advanced. It's not just beginner. So in that instance, I ignored eBay's suggestion. Good point, Pam. Yes, always look at the suggestion and make sure it's accurate. If it's not, then you don't want to use it. You have to realize that those suggestions are bot generated, which is they're seeing, it's pulling information from the title and going, oh, wouldn't this help you with the item specifics? Now, sometimes they're right. It'll pull it down. I go, oh, yes, that's a great item specific. So I click, apply. So yes, that's good point. Yes, always look at the suggestions to see if it's something that's going to help your listing, because sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. But I would say, I'm trying to think, I would say a good 70 or 80% of the time they're really, really great. And the other thing, because it's helped me a few times, is I typed something in wrong, where I wrote in pink when it was orange. You know, you're tired when you're listing and you just write something in wrong. And because of the bot then suggests, oh, you know, you should use the color orange, use the color red. And I'm like, oh dear, I wrote the wrong color in. And sometimes that'll happen if you do sell similar. So you'll do sell similar and it's bringing information through from the previous listing and you forgot to take it out. And then the bot is pulling that information and saying, oh, you should use this for the item specifics. And I'm like, uh-oh, I forgot to take that out. So good point. Great, great, great. Good, you guys. So really offer up, type in mine, M-I-N-E in the thread, and you're going to get some great listing tips, is offer more than one shipping option. You can just do it as you're doing your listing. If you've got business policies, you can put it in your business policies, so then it's easy peasy. And then when you're doing your item specifics, really pay attention to what the drop downs are. And every time there's an update, and just really all during the year, you're going to notice as you're listing whatever category you're in, you know, if it's patterns, if it's collectibles, if it's dolls, whatever it is, you'll notice all of a sudden there's tweaks going on with the item specifics. They want period, just all different kinds of things. I noticed in clothing, necklines, sleeves, care condition, whether it's supposed to be dry cleaned or machine washable. So anytime you see that, if you know the information, you want to fill it in because that's going to help you with the filters. Because what eBay is telling you is that people are interested in that. They want to know, is this machine washable? They want to know, is this dry clean? And that helps me to know, you know what? This is how people are shopping. They're typing in machine wash shirt. They're typing, you know, they're looking at the dress and they want to know if they're going to have to take it to the dry cleaner. So it's good, good, good information, you guys. So type in mine, M-I-N-E, you'll get my search tips. And let's get busy listing and standing out as smaller sellers, because we have this great nimbleness that the bigger sellers don't have. And it's a great way to attract shoppers to us and score those sales by standing out in eBay search with my tips. Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye.